Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome to day 2 of Halloween week 2020, all about fear. I love saying it like that. So fun for me. Okay, so today we are going to talk about fear of judgment, also known as social anxiety. It's very common. This is a huge topic and one that I am super passionate about because it's something that my clients and I are always working on. So let's jump in. Today, I'm going to talk about the mirror effect, which when I learned about it was a huge aha moment for me. It really helps put things into perspective. So I'm excited to teach you this. I'm also going to talk to you about manuals, what they are, and why they are not realistic for any of us, ever. So, and last but not least, I want to share some helpful tips to help you overcome your fear of judgment. Okay, what is the mirror effect? Fear of judgment from ourselves is a reflection or projection of how we feel about ourselves. So Rachel Hart, another coach that I just recently discovered, sums this up beautifully when she said, "We judge others in the areas we are most vulnerable to shame." Now take that in for a second. We judge others in the areas we are most vulnerable to shame. Our thoughts about what other people think of us, it's a lose-lose situation, right? No one wins because you end up holding yourself back from interacting with others, you judge others, and you don't show up as your authentic self. The world is in desperate need of authenticity. We need you to be your authentic self. There are things only you can give or say to people that will help them flip the switch in some area of their life. This is why someone can say something to you and you don't quite understand, but then someone else can say this exact same thing and all of a sudden it clicks. But this can't happen unless you are being authentic and genuine. Like I said, we desperately need you to be you, who you are, 100% you authentically. So a good example of the mirror effect is actually me doing this video series. So after I had everything completely planned out, mapped out, ready to go, my mind just started to spiral with self-judgments, with thoughts like, I'm not good enough. No one's going to find value in these videos. It's a waste of time even putting these together. I'm going to mess up and embarrass myself. None of those are helpful. None of them. Zero, zilch. None of them are helpful, right? All of these thoughts are my judgments about myself being projected onto you as the viewer. I have absolutely no way of knowing whether anyone will find value in these videos. I hope they do, but I don't know. And I probably will embarrass myself. And that's okay. I'm human, and I'm going to find humor in it. I get to choose what I make those thoughts mean. And I am choosing to believe that someone will find these videos useful and helpful. And I'm going to have fun along the way. That's just what I like to do. I want to have fun doing work that I love and enjoy, and I want to help bring value to people. So hell yeah, I'm going to have fun along the way. So I can't control what anyone else does or thinks about me, my work, these videos, any of it. So this is a very good segue to the next slide, which is all about manuals. Let's check it out. All right, so the term manual in this context actually comes from one of my informal mentors, Brooke Castillo, of the Life Coach School. That's where I'm currently getting my certification through. So these are imaginary instructions that we have for other people that tell us how they should act, react, behave, present themselves, etc. Just like a car manual. This does this. We have those for every single person in our lives. The problem is they're imaginary. They're completely imaginary, not real. We literally cannot control anyone else but ourselves. Even a baby that relies on other humans to take care of it for survival, if these manuals were real, the baby would have a stop crying button that you could activate at 3 a.m. when you're in desperate need of sleep. And if you're a parent or have been around children at all, you know that that's not the case. Or you try to get your spouse to take out the garbage, and then it just sits there for 3 days. Why didn't they do it? Because you expected them to behave in a certain way, and then now you're disappointed that they couldn't read your mind and that you wanted the garbage taken out yesterday. It's crazy, these manuals that we have. It's insane. We spend so much of our lives trying to control the uncontrollable. Sometimes it works out, but most times it doesn't, which typically brings us frustration. Let's be honest. We all get frustrated when people don't behave the way we want or expect them to. So as I continue this work, I'm also starting to believe this is a way that we self-sabotage ourselves. We make it about others so that we don't have to focus on ourselves. All right, the piece you guys have all been waiting for, I'm sure. The tips, how to overcome your fear of judgment. Tip 1, be curious. You'll probably hear me talk about developing curiosity a lot in these videos, next videos. I'm all about developing curiosity. It completely changes our mind. The more curious that we can be, the more desire our brains will have to find an answer. All the options. It's going to create that desire if we're curious and we start asking ourselves these questions. So tip number 1, be curious, get curious about others around you, get curious about your relationships, about your anxiety, get curious about the world, right? So tip 2, start small, really, really small. If you really struggle with fear of judgment and have major social anxiety, maybe don't go to that big party, at least not yet. Look at how this fear of judgment shows up in your life when you're texting a friend, when you're interacting with coworkers, when you go grocery shopping. When you feel that anxiety, what thoughts start running through your head? Awareness is the first step of creating the life you're proud of. So again, be curious about it and start small. Tip number 3 is probably one of my favorites, and you'll probably hear it more than once. It is have compassion. Compassion is one of the greatest gifts that we can give ourselves and give to others. Anxiety is your brain doing exactly what it's meant to do. It's trying to protect you from danger, real or imaginary. If that caught you off guard, check out yesterday's video. An emotion, in this instance fear, is just information. That's it. It's just information. It can't kill you. And in most cases, it's not going to harm you in any way. But let that emotion, let it be a trigger for you to start showing compassion, whether it's to yourself, to others. Like I said, it's the greatest gift, and you deserve to have good gifts too. All right, guys, thank you so much for another wonderful lesson. I hope you guys got some value out of it. I would love to keep this going, so leave your questions or thoughts in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like and share so that more people see this. I'm really passionate about helping people, and I want to let the magic of this week spread to everyone that needs to hear this. And I believe everyone needs to hear it. So help me get the message out. Help me share the love, spread the magic this week. So I also want to say, if the fear of judgment, if this is something that you are struggling with, I want you to know that you're not alone. You're not alone. And you're not broken. You are absolutely not broken. If you need or want help around your fears of judgment, please schedule a free consult with me through coachwithcam.com. Even if you don't sign up, I would love to talk to you more about how this is showing up in your life and how I can help you overcome that. Because again, this is something that everyone works on at some point in their lives, and some people spend their entire lifetime working on it. Don't let that be you. You have the power and the control to become your authentic self. So again, like, share, help me get the word out. Thank you guys again so much, and I will see you tomorrow.